video. This video is both part filler and part actual video. I am doing that for a couple of reasons. I didn't feel like going through the whole setup of doing Minecraft. I mean, because I gotta, use my pillow pad thing and a controller and Bluetooth it and that, and I just didn't really feel like doing Minecraft tonight. So I figured I would do this instead. I do have some bad news for fans of the State of Decay 2 series that I've been doing. That will have to be postponed, possibly discontinued, due to the fact that I will not be able to do that for much longer. I might do one last video on it, I'm not sure. It really depends on what happens tomorrow, or possibly today, depending on when you watch it, or maybe yesterday or a week ago, I don't know. Depends on when you watch it. But as of tomorrow, from the date of this recording, and we don't want to watch it. I'm just giving you guys a heads up that my games that I've played on the Xbox will be postponed, possibly indefinitely, just due to the fact that I will be moving and I will not be able to, play them. So,
Mana Surge.
And believe me, I have, thought about, different alternatives, I could do to keep, making videos on them. But, in all honesty, and this is just a suicidal bombot team, okay. But most of the solutions that I have come up with either cost too much money. Like, I've looked at, generators and whatnot, just browsing on Google, and the low end, $900. For $900, I could do a lot more. That, and I just ain't got $900 to spend on a generator, even if I wanted to. Plus, generators aren't exactly, compact. I can't, put it in the trunk of my car, per se. Plus, even if I could put the generator in the trunk of my car, where am I going to put the TV? The Xbox. Because, I could put the TV in the back seat, but then how do I plug it into the generator in the trunk? Like I said, it's just not physically possible. And, another thing, some of you electronic nuts might think, well, why not run it off the car? Okay, I will explain the slight flaw with that. One, most cigarette lighter chargers, like for your phones and car chargers and whatnot, those are 12 volts. I don't know what the TV takes, and I don't know what the Xbox takes, but I'm certain it takes more than 12 volts. And I'm certain together it takes a hell of a lot more than 12 volts. So in other words, I would just blow fuses. Quite literally. So that, obviously, is no good. I'd be smarter to go out and buy that generator than have to, blow fuses. That's no good. So, that ain't gonna work. I will still be able to do phone videos like, the Gems of War you're watching, as well as Minecraft, because I can charge my phone from my car easily enough. And I might even be able to do laptop videos, I'm not sure. But the laptop thing is it's a bit iffy. So, don't count on too much Payday 2, in the future. So, that's another thing that uses an actual plug-in, and it probably uses more than 12 volts to run, so, Payday 2 is probably out, State of Decay 2 is probably out, so, also that would mean that my editing program is also out. Not that that's an issue with phone videos, but like I won't be able to use the computer to edit videos, you know, because I will not have the computer. I'll have it, but it needs power to run, like everything else in this world. So, no power, no computer. No computer, no computer edited videos. But, like I said, I don't foresee that being an issue given the fact that, you know, I got my phone, there's editing software on there, so, well, editing apps or whatever. Will you stop hitting me, damn you? Ugh. That was not going my way. Come on, 4 bang of green. Yes, 4 bang of green. Alright. So, that is where we stand. So, maybe I'll give you guys that, you know, heads up. I realize that probably took close to 5 minutes, which I'm not surprised. Seems like everything I do takes about 5 minutes. But, you know, I just wanted to let you guys know, you know, in case you've been waiting for the next State of Decay 2 video or something to come out, that will possibly be postponed. I can't give you a time frame as to how long. You know, could be a week, could be a month, could be a year or more. So, I can't, like I said, I can't give you a timetable on that, just due to the fact that I don't have a timetable on that. You know, I can't, I don't want to tell you, you know, I'll be able to do a State of Decay video in, you know, 2 months, you know. Well, I meant to say weeks, not months, but, or whatever, you know. Yeah, I mean, you guys know what I mean. I'm sure you guys are sick of me rambling about it, so we're gonna just... So, that's just what's been going on in the old folks' life. So, honestly, nothing too exciting. Alrighty. Oh boy, this fight's getting interesting. Stop hitting me, damn you! Okay, let's see. We need some purple, there's some red, and there's some red. Alrighty. Son of a... This is going downhill rather rapidly. You know, I've been talking to some of you guys on Discord, and you guys have compared my life to being up shit's creek without a paddle. Well, I would like to amend that statement. For those of you, okay, well, anyway. You know, and my amendment to that statement would be, I'm not really up shit's creek anymore. I'm more in a lava river with a wooden boat and a wooden paddle. So it don't really matter if the paddle does anything, because I mean, lava gonna melt wood. So yeah, that's my take on it anyway. What the quit killing my dudes!
Mana surge. Mana surge.
Jesus, quit hitting me. I can't keep taking hits like that.
Mana surge.
You goddamn mother! See what happens when I rant people? I wind up losing.
Mana surge.
Will you stop hitting? Die! Die!
Mana surge. Mana surge.
Who wants some?
Mana surge.
Goes there and I missed it like a moron. How do we... No. I am carefully analyzing this.
Mana surge.
Where I don't do nothing that'll help them. Because I am not doing so hot in this battle.
Mana surge. Mana surge.
You know, maybe that's what I should do for the next video. Is maybe I should do that police patrol car simulator. I mean, it kind of sounds like fun. I haven't played that in a while, so. I mean, I won't do that this video, obviously, because this is a Gems of War video. Will you quit hitting me, goddamn you? Oof. This guy is really starting to tick me off.
Mana surge.
Die! Express elevator going down! You know what? That reminds me of that old Cat in the Hat game that was on the original Xbox, like, a decade or two ago. Well, yeah, it would be about 2 decades ago. Holy shit, the original Xbox is 20 years old. Can you believe that? The original Xbox is 20 years old. Man, how time flies.
Mana surge.
I swear, with this time, if you don't keep a strict watch on time, it poofs. I mean, it's faster than light, it seems like. You know? I mean, it seems like one moment you're 5 and you're eating nuggets with dad, and then the next thing you know, you're a teenager. Girls are either really hot or really annoying to you. And then all of a sudden, you know, a couple minutes later, it seems like you're an adult. Your parents throw you out, tell you to get a job. And then that's where I come in, more or less. You know? And then you're like, wait a minute. It seems like, I guess that saying your parents always said, oh, it seems like just yesterday you were in diapers. Seems like that's kind of true. Given how fast time seems to disappear. I mean, like, I think about it every day. Almost, you know? I'm thinking about it, it's like, holy shit. You know? Like, if I look back to, you know, middle school or whatever, I'm like, holy shit, that's like 10 years ago. You know? What? You know, it's just like, it registers but it don't register. And it also just kind of seems like, you know, like, I tell you, you'd be surprised how much things change. Like, you know, when I was like going into high school, and you know, I was thinking about all the things that I was gonna do with my life. I'll tell you, I never planned to become a furry. You know, I never planned, you know, to move out of where I lived when I was in high school. You know, I never planned to move around as much as I did after that. I sure as hell didn't plan for 2020. But then again, Christ, I don't think you could have planned for 2020. 2020 was kind of like the kick in the balls, but You don't even get to see me doing the kicking. Just peacefully walking along one day, and then all of a sudden, bam, 2020. You know, I don't know if me and my boyfriend will ever have kids at some point in our life. Probably not anytime soon. But, you know, if we ever do, I get this feeling I'm gonna be an old ass man, or at the very least into my mid to late 40s, provided I live that long, of course. And I'll be telling my grandkids, back in my day, we had a year known as 2020. It was the single worst year of the 21st century, unless something else equally horrible happens between now and then. I mean, maybe we'll get a COVID-19, or I guess maybe we'll get a COVID-39 in, 2040, and then that'll be like worse than the regular COVID. And God knows what sort of horrible things will happen that year. If I have kids before 2040, I'm gonna tell them, back in my day, back in 2020, was the most worthless, terrible, miserable time to be alive. Unless 2040 is even worse, somehow. But then again, given everything that happened to me in 2020, I really don't think 2020 is gonna be topped. I mean, I'll tell you, 2020 was its own breed of hell. I'm sure the whole COVID, even the devil was like, man, this shit is just gotta end. I'm sick of all these people in misery. Which I realize is the devil's, whole thing. But if there's that and the entire world is in misery, that was very thick. I need a vacation. Maybe he'll go somewhere cold, like the North Pole. I mean, he lives in hell where it's supposedly fire and hot all the time, so he probably wants to go to a colder climate if anything. But then again, what do I know? Maybe he wants to go somewhere hotter. But then again, I think the only thing hotter than hell would be the sun, so I don't know. Maybe if I ever meet the devil, I'll have to ask him. Which I probably won't, because I highly doubt I am evil enough to meet the devil. Unless you ask some of the people I know, and they might say that I'm evil or something. Especially that one guy. Well, actually, there's a chick involved in there too. But the chick came before the guy. The guy, you probably don't watch my videos, but if you do, you probably know who it is. And no, it is not a certain Foxo that I know in the Discord server who won the cuteness contest. It's not you. Oh, by the way, our server had a cuteness contest, and Inferno the Foxo won. He is the cutest one in the server. He denies it up and down like there's no tomorrow. But we all know he's cute. I mean, it's not just me saying he's cute anymore. It's the entire server that's saying it. So, sorry, Inferno. The only thing I could suggest for Inferno, if you don't want to be considered cute, is either make an ugly persona, if that's somehow possible. I don't know, I've never seen an ugly persona. I've seen some weird ones. I've never seen one that classifies as ugly. Or Inferno, find somebody that's even cuter than you, again, if that's physically possible, and invite him to the server, and then we'll have another cuteness contest, and maybe he'll win it instead. So, I mean, that'd work, wouldn't it? I don't know. Oh, speaking of other news, me and my boyfriend are officially together, sort of. We are officially together, but we're not physically together. Not yet.
Mana surge.
Maybe 2022 will be the year for that. No. I was looking up fur cons the other day and dealers' den listings. But we'll start with the fur con thing. Excuse me, that was a burp. Turns out there actually is a fur con in my state, and it's actually not that far away. And I mean, it's about an hour. It's about 2 hours south of where I live, and it's sometime in November, like the 10th to the 14th or something like that. I don't know. I'd have to look it up again, but that was kind of exciting because one, there are furries in my state. I'm not the only one, which is kind of exciting. And two, I will not be attending because one, it costs money. Two, I don't have a suit. Again, that comes back to the whole money thing. And three, I really prefer Zeke to be there with me, simply because then it'd be something that we could do together, as well as he could keep me from having a panic attack from all the weird, strange people. But definitely would have to get that fursuit first. But now on to the dealer's den side of things. I was looking up fursuits on there. Even the used ones are like $1,500 on the cheap end. $2,000 on the cheaper. Well, $1,500 is your cheap end, like your cheap rip-off types. $2,000 is your low end, and then like $4,000, that's like your mid-tier. $6,000-7,000, that's like your high tier. So, yeah. One thing I thought about doing to remedy that is instead of buying a brand new fursuit, custom made to be Ashton, which, don't get me wrong, would be sweet. But I thought about buying a wolf or a wolf suit and then just making that into Ashton. Because, I mean, it's just, I mean, they're so damn expensive. And what really gets you, Bo, with the fursuits, it's the labor. The labor will murder you on prices for them. I mean, because the materials don't cost nothing. The fox fur and the resin bases and the foam bases and the plastic doodads and whatnot in them. That stuff don't cost nothing compared to how much it costs to sew and stitch and put all that crap together, turn it into something somebody can cook in. I've been saying it for years. Fursuits are basically an over-expensive carpet you can cook yourself in. That's not a bad thing though, Phil. Don't be thinking I dislike the fursuits. I think they're cool. Speaking of fursuits and furries in my state, I recently met a fur on Twitter named Kiki. And I've checked out some of his posts on Twitter and whatnot. And apparently he is also in my state. So that's kind of cool. It's kind of cool to, see a fursuiter that's both a fursuiter, a furry, and from my state. I mean, granted, I don't know how much longer he will be from my state, given the fact that I may end up moving out of my state. But, that's another thing to be determined. So, holy crap, we're well over our time limit. I guess I really do talk too much, don't I? Whatever, we'll just keep doing this until I get sick of talking. How's that sound? Or until I get sick of talking. I don't know. We'll find out. Alrighty. I mean, still the war thing is kind of good to talk over. You know. It wasn't as bad as that one Slivio video that I made where I freaking muted the audio. That wasn't good. That was really annoying. I literally, that video was like an hour long almost. And I talked the whole time. Like, the entire Slivio video, I was talking. And you guys couldn't even hear it. It was really sad. I talked for an hour and nobody listens. Not that anybody listens to me talk during these videos, because I'm sure you guys probably hear me start rambling and then you know, go watch a PewDiePie video or something. Or if you're one of my furry viewers, you probably go and watch like a Majira video or something. Speaking of Majira, I actually haven't watched Majira in probably a year. Actually, I dislike Majira. It's just, you know, I just don't watch his videos that often. Usually because I'm too busy making my own videos or busy with my own life. Well, it's I mean, one of them things. Alright. I used to watch Damn Dog Games a lot, but kind of getting a bit bored of him too. Same thing with Odin Wolf. I guess I just had enough of furry twinks for a little bit. No offense to either of them, but you know, there is only so much overly gay furry one can put up with before one gets sick of it. So, you know, but I don't know. I think we'll finish this fight and we'll do a fight after this, and then we'll call this video good enough. Bring us right around the 30-minute mark, so. See, I told you I'd get sick of talking eventually. Alrighty. Alright. One more. Ooh, are they 4-baggers? Ooh, it's a 5-bagger. 5-bagger's better than a 4-bagger. Alrighty. I mean, they was sad about the whole time moving thing. I mean, literally, it seems like only yesterday I was playing frickin' Zelda, you know, trying to find the 8 light shards or some damn thing. I only ever found 5 of them, and I went to every frickin' island, and I fished every fishing spot, hook spot, or whatever the hell they were. I mean, I went like everywhere in that stupid game, and I only ever found 5 of them shards. But see, that was before the whole internet really took off. You know, that's kind of when the internet was, you know, in its, I don't know, childhood stage, you could say. It wasn't quite in its infancy anymore, but it wasn't quite grown up like it is now. So, if I had access to a smartphone and Google back then, you know, I could have just Googled where they were, but technology just wasn't there at the time. I mean, I kind of miss, you know, maybe if I ever get rich, maybe I should buy me a Nintendo. You know, just to play some of the old games. And then there was Mario Kart, if I remember right. That was fun. I mean, you had your races, and you had your championship race thing, and then you also had your cool PvP thing. You know? I mean, that was fun. I used to play with Grandma all the time. That was legit like the best time of my life. Not gonna lie. But sadly, the best times of our lives will never come back. But I can definitely say the years from 2018 to at least 2022 are the worst years of my life, for sure. So far. But I think I've talked long enough and rambled on about stuff that you guys probably didn't watch. Say cheeseburger in comments if you made it this far, if you listened to all this crap that I crapped. So, other than that, this is Ashton McCloud. I hope you enjoyed this Dems of War video. Sorry it's not Minecraft, and sorry it's not Payday 2 or the other one is, State of Decay. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to give us a like, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more. Leave a comment with the word cheeseburger to tell me you made it this far. I will give your comment a heart if you put cheeseburger in there, okay? But other than that, this is Ashton McCloud. I thank you for watching. Check out the Discord server. That's the only relevant link I put anymore. And other than that, I will see you in the next video. Bye!